Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just a rainy day here in Ohio, and I wanted to jump on to a video and switch it up, do a little bit something different. So this one is in regard to stacking, and my child, my daughter. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and what I like to stack is bullion. I'll get to where my daughter plays into this in a minute, but my favorite thing is the 90% Mercury dimes. Those are just one of my favorite small pieces, fractionals, if you will, that could come in very handy, and I just love them. So over the course of years, I ended up with like 3 of these bags. So these bags are $100 face value. So I think that's 1,000 dimes in each one. The other bag has been disassembled and is in various tubes and separated by dates and that sort of thing. But what I did for my daughter is I put together a complete set of Mercury dimes for her. So you think, well, why would you do that? I just thought it was affordable at the time. One thing I could afford to do, and maybe it wouldn't be in the future. So it was a 2-for-1. It was a win for me. I'm stacking fractional, and then she'd have a complete collection, someday that she can pass along, or if she wants to sell or whatever. I don't care. It was something Dad could do for her. So times are tough right now. I had her for the summer. She's went home. I really miss my kid. So she's supposed to come once a month, once every month off the summer seasons, but that doesn't typically happen. So she's came twice this year. But I really miss her. She's moved, I don't know, probably 8 times since she's been born. So she's been bouncing around quite a bit. And I've been here for 20 years. So, I'm just kind of planted. So she sees both sides, and I'm sure it's going to help her grow and develop throughout her childhood. But one thing, I do have joint custody of my child. I still pay child support. But one thing I wanted to throw out there is when you live in the state and you have shared parenting, they tell you, your child could move, but they can't move out of state. Well, I want to tell you, fellas right now, or ladies, that is not true, because there was nothing I could do. If it's a betterment for an employment, a job for one parent, and they move out of state, then they're going to allow that. So they basically told me, that couldn't happen in the beginning. They're going to stay within the state, shared parenting. And then when it happened and I asked, well, sorry, too bad. So sometimes it just feels like if you're a dad, you're just screwed by the fickle finger of fate, so to speak. That's how I personally felt anyway. So I don't know. She may end up moving again. We'll see. But she's 9 hours away from me currently. So I was just missing her today, but I thought this was a good video, and I'll segue into that. So what I did, I went through these and checked all these dimes, and I've got them in here as the complete set. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then what I'll do is I'll take this camera down where you can see it. So just bear with me for a minute. All right, I got this down where I can pull it up closer and get this camera to focus a little better. So here we have the 1916. And as you can see, these are all just very average, well-circulated Merc dimes, but it's a complete set nonetheless. Some, of course, are going to be nicer than others. This one I did get from a coin shop in Florida. So it's 1916D. And you can see the D. So it's still probably about good, I'm guessing. I'm not a coin grader, but I did get all the 1916s. The whole book is filled. There's the 17 series, 1918. Of course, the 1919, and then it just continues on all the way up through 1945. There's the 20s, the 21s, and I do like the mintage numbers down below. It's really nice. So here we have up to 23, 24. There's the 25s. And then we'll go to this next page here. And we start with the 1926s. There's the 27 series. Coming into the 28s. 29. And then of course we go into 30, 31. And as you get up to the more recent years, you can start to see the quality becomes a little better. Maybe they weren't in circulation as long. I'd say once the Roosevelt dime come out, people probably started holding on to these, and they've seen less circulation, be my guess. So all the way down through the 36. And of course, you know, these Whitman albums give you a little background on the Mercury dime, 1916 to 1945. So it gives you a little history. So we get into the 37s, 38. There's 1939s. Up to the 1940. 40D, S, and then a 41. That 41 is it's still got some mint luster on it, it looks like. It's got a little frostiness to it. 41D, 41S. Then we got the 42, 43. Continuing on, 44. Up to 45. Look how many 45s there were. 159 million. Over 159. 159.1 million. That's crazy. 45D and the 45S. And then the last three I stuck in there, they're just little varieties. Let me look at this one closer, make sure I get it right. Yeah, I think I have the 45 right here. I've got a micro S, and then there's like the large S. So that was just a variety in the 45. And then here, the last one you can see, the 1942. It's got the 2 over the 1. I think that's what that is. Yeah, I'm going to call it a 2 over 1. I don't know how well this camera will focus. You can see it there a little better. Get my other hand on here so I can study this book. I need Stack Attack Wagers microscope right now. There you go. That's a good shot of it. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there you have it. We got a complete set of Mercury dimes. Like I said, my daughter, she's not too crazy about the gold and silver. She's into doing her own eyelashes and makeup and nails and all that sort of thing. The normal girl things that she likes. But I thought one day, like I said, she might appreciate Dad put this back for her, especially if she can get a little bit of money out of it someday. Maybe even in her retirement years, who knows. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. And so, you know, I know a lot of people with, that stack, that have children, do things for their children. So I do the same thing. And I've actually got one shelf that's reserved in the gun safe that is just for her. So I've got some neat things, but this is by far and large the best thing I've put together for her. So I think that's really cool. So tell me your thoughts. And if you have the Mercury dime or a full set, I'd love to hear about it. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. And as always, you know, don't be slacking. Keep on stacking. Peace out.